At the Ryman, we'll be right back with some great music with Ray Price. For almost 50 years, Ray Price has remained a renowned presence in country music. His hit records, which include Make the World Go Away, For the Good Times, and You're the Best Thing That Ever Happened to Me, are considered modern music classics. Through the decades, Price's vocals have powerfully impacted the ever-changing styles of country music. With a sound closely modeled after that of his idol, Hank Williams Sr., Ray became one of the leading honky-tonk stylists of the 50s. In 1956, Price's single, Crazy Arms, went #1 on the country charts and remained at the top for an amazing 20 weeks. That song's driving rhythm is still referred to today as the Ray Price Shuffle Beat and has been used as the framework for countless country tunes.
Crazy arms that reach to hold somebody new.
With the 60s came the more orchestrated, pop-friendly country music style known as the Nashville Sound. The sound made new stars out of such artists as Patsy Cline and Brenda Lee. And with an emphasis on smooth romantic ballads, Price found even greater success with songs such as Nightlife, Danny Boy, and San Antonio Rose. Price has been both an innovator and influence on the sound of country music since the 50s. He continues to record and tour today, and his place as one of the great vocalists of country music history is secure. The first Ray Price tune I heard had to be Crazy Arms. It was such a smash hit record.
There's no way I can remember the first time I heard Ray Price because I've been listening to him all my life.
I really wasn't into country music when I got into business, and I got in accidentally.
The other woman.
I went down to demonstrate a song for one of the fellows in a little group we had in college, and I wound up with a contract. That's how I got into it. Then I had to learn what I was doing.
I gave you up the other woman in my life.
He just had a style. The Cherokee Cowboys, that was just a part of country music history.
And rose my rose of Santa Claus.
It's still making history. His records are still the best.
I always liked that style of harmony singing, and that's where I learned how to sing back then. So today, it's been real special to sit there with him and sing those harmony parts, because I know the harmony parts by heart. And I've sang them with a lot of other guys singing, but this is the real thing. So it's a big thrill for me. I don't know if you could see how excited I was on the stage, but it was hard to calm down enough to think about what I was doing with you sitting there right next to me.
Thank you very much. I don't know how many albums it would take to make a greatest hits collection for my next guest. If you remember songs like Crazy Arms, City Lights, Heartaches by the Number, Nightlife, then you know this man and his incredible voice. Ladies and gentlemen, it is an honor to bring out Mr. Ray Price. Ray, looking dapper. Ray, there was a great old tune of yours that I was so glad to see it come in on the list of songs that you wanted to do, and this is one of my favorite Ray Price tunes of all time. It's called The Other Woman.
Don't accuse me of being without feeling. If you do, you know that you're wrong. For it was you who was careless, and you drove me into another's arms. The other woman isn't prettier than you, but the other woman soothes my wounded pride. And more important, I feel wanted again. I can't give up the other woman in my life.
Play it pretty, boys.
middle of a river, and I can't climb out on either side. And if I go over the deep end, it's because, sweetheart, you never tried. The other woman isn't prettier than you, but the other woman soothes my wounded pride. And more important, I feel wanted again. I can't give up the other woman in my life.
He's a real legend, I tell you. At rehearsal today, you guys were just messing around. You said, hey, I want to sing you this song I just learned. And I love it. Would you do just a little bit of it?
At a bar down in Dallas, an old man chimed in, and they thought he was out of his head. And all being young men, they just laughed it off when they heard what this old man had said. He said, I'll never again turn the young ladies' heads or go running off into the wind. I'm 3/4 home from the start to the end, and I wish I was 18 again. Oh, I wish I was 18 again, and going where I've never been. Now old oaks and old folks standing tall just pretend I wish I was 18 again. Oh, I wish I was 18 again.
I think it's a hit.
I like good lyrics in a song. I like a song that's not contrived. And I like a love song because a love song is going to stick around. The rest of them's gone. That's how you do it. Find a good one and hang in there.
This is Ray Price, the original Cherokee cowboy. This is the guy.
Well, the first time I was on the Ryman was in 1951. I was only 8 at the time. I was a guest on the Prince Albert show, and Hank Williams was the host of the show because Red Foley's wife, Eva, had died, and Red was away for a while, and I got to be the guest on that. Still hadn't figured out yet why, because I didn't have a hit record, and most of the time you had to have one to get on there. But Hank was my buddy. Hank had a little pressure for me, I think. I played here at the Ryman almost 16 years. One of the biggest things for my career was the Ryman Auditorium.
It was just really neat to see Ray bring his fiddle player, his steel player, and his piano player together with the house band from at the Ryman. They just meshed right together. It was a great sound, and it was a big deal for Paul Lima, our drummer, too.
I'd be driving to a honky-tonk in East Texas and hear Ray Price on the radio when I was a kid and just be thinking, oh man, that 4/4 feel is just the most incredible feel. Guess who's on the show?
It's a dream come true for him to play that Ray Price shuffle.
Haven't gotta worry, haven't gotta care. got a thing to call my own. Though I'm out of money, I'm a millionaire. I've still got my home in San Antonio. When I greet my neighbor with a how are y'all, I'm wealthy as a king upon the throne. You can have your mansion or a cottage small. I'll just take my home in San Antonio. I travel over the country on my merry way. Been in crowds and felt I was alone. When I feel like bragging, I'll just up and say, I'm a native son of San Antonio. There's a sweet somebody by the Alamo. Someday she's gonna be my very own. Then we'll buy a high chair in a year or so for our little home in San Antonio.
Stay tuned for more great music at the Ryman with Ray Price. Fred Foster, it's great to be here with you at the Ryman.
Thank you for having me. I love it.
You got to work with a guy that's on our show tonight years ago, Mr. Ray Price.
Oh, yes.
Ray Price had all these hit records in the past. As a producer, what was it that you felt like you could do with Ray or do for him?
He was the Cherokee Cowboy, of course, and that was great sound, that shuffle stuff. It
Oh,
was
yeah.
wonderful
Just
stuff.
the best.
But then he called me one day and he said, I've had a breakthrough. He said, you got to come to Dallas tomorrow because I'm working the Longhorn Ballroom. And you got to hear this. There was a difference in him. It was just some little magical something, you know. And then he sang Danny Boy. Man. And there's like all these thousands of people are just crying their eyes out, including me, by the way. And then after that, I sent him 11 tape copies of Christofferson's for the Good Times before one found its way to his machine. And
Wow.
he called me and said, boy, that is a great song. So he did that. And, you know, that's the whole other side of Ray
That
Price.
really, yeah, I was going to say that song right there for the Good Times really made Ray Price the ballad singer from the Western swing kind of shuffle guy.
What a singer.
Yeah.
We're back with the legendary Ray Price. Ray, I'm so glad to have you here.
Thanks, pal. I'm glad to be here.
Well, I really mean that. It's just a real honor. I've been such a fan of yours for so many years, and when a dream come true for me. And there's a young fellow backstage too that, I mean, you are his idol. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
No, you have. Mark Chestnut. Hey, Mark, come on out here.
Talk about it.
Mark, he the man.
Yes, sir.
This Price is right.
Yeah, and he's from Texas.
What is it about Texas makes y'all brag so daggone much? Y'all want to be the biggest in everything.
When Alaska became the 50th state,
Uh-huh.
Texas was not the biggest state anymore.
Oh,
But it's still the biggest glacier-free state.
right. That's right. I'm sorry. Last year we had a guy on the show, Mr. Aaron Neville, and he had just recorded for the Good Times. And we also had Chris Christofferson on the show that night with him, and he's the writer of the song for the Good Times. But I want to do your version tonight. This is the coolest version. This is the one that really, really made it, and I think this is the one that everybody knows. And Mark said he wanted to sing it with you. Is that all right?
That's fair enough.
Kick it off, boys.
don't look so sad. I know it's over, but life goes on, and this old world will keep on turning. Let's just be glad we had some time to spend together. There's no need to watch the bridges that we're burning. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good times. I'll get along. You'll find another, and I'll be here if you should find you ever need me. Don't say a word about tomorrow or forever. There'll be time enough for sadness when you leave me. Lay your head upon my pillow. Hold your warm and tender body close to mine. Hear the whisper of the raindrops blowing soft against the window, and make believe you love me one more time. For the good times.
Mark Chestnut, Mr. Ray Price.
The first time I heard For the Good Times, we was playing the Stardust Club in Odessa, Texas. So this is going to be the biggest one I've done in a long time. And then we recorded it, and they made it the backside of the record. Grazing in Greener Pastures went to #1, and Me Screaming There was on the wrong side. And finally, they got on the right side, and it went on. And I believe the album stayed in the charts almost 3 years. So it's a good song.
But we always have a great time here at the Ryman. Please give my guest another hand, Mr. Mark Chestnut. Great job, Mark. Real pleasure. It was really great. And the great Ray Price. You know, we love San Antonio, Texas so doggone much. We're going to do the Texas National Anthem. San Antonio Rose. Y'all dance and sing.
Deep within my heart lies a melody, a song of old San Antonio, where in dreams I live with a memory beneath the stars all along. It was there I found beside the Alamo enchantment strange as the blue up above, a moonlit path that only she would know. still hears my broken song of love. Moon in all your splendor knows only my heart. Call back my rose, rose of San Antonio. Lips so sweet and tender, like petals falling apart. Speak once again of my love, my own broken song, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. By that moonlit path beside the Alamo, and rose my rose of San Antonio.
Tear it up, boys. Swing it now.
Song, empty words I know, still live in my heart all alone. By that moonlit path beside the Alamo,